Doot, doot. Another one bites dust. Doot, doot, doot. Another one bites the dust. Doot, doot, doot. Another one gone. And this one is, back 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago, when Ray Goots lost Game Over Girls, I felt really bad about that because as somebody who's actually a producer who makes stuff, and I haven't been making things anywhere near as long as Ray has, I mean, the amount of time and energy that Ray put into Game Over Girls over those years, and all the people he's worked with, and all the work they put in time, to build up that YouTube brand, to have that going, and then to have it all taken away. He's since rebranded himself, and I know his Patreon took a big hit. He still has that, but when you lose your YouTube channel, and all the people who had funded him felt like they lost all that stuff they had contributed to. It's that's hard to bounce back from, and that was a big loss and sad because Ray actually made something. There's been other people, who have lost their channels that I talked about, whether it's The Factory or Mandrake lost his old account with all the views on it, and then the Mainstream Distressor, all these people, when you saw their channels, it said terminated for multiple or severe violations of sex or nudity policies. Mandrake did have nude scenes on his videos. The Factory was doing something to get a shit ton of views. Mainstream Distressor as well. Mainstream Distressor started off as the Mainstream Distressor, turned into the Fetisher Distressor and Sex Toy Distressor, making ball gag videos, and he deserved to get whacked for that. Ray did, as far as I know, Ray didn't do anything to deserve to get his account terminated, but a lot of these people did. The Mainstream Distressor didn't make it 90 days. And then right around that same time, this guy popped up, the DID Reviews guy. And I remember before Distressor got canned, I used to message with him, and we saw this guy's channel and both laughed at it and thought, well, this guy's a knockoff of the Distressor who was copying me, so this guy's just not going to make it. Then the Distressor disappeared. I think everyone thought these two were like the same people. This guy started growing his channel, growing his brand, if you will, this Mainstream DID Review stuff, and somehow he lasted over a year on YouTube, and it's still baffling. I mean, he set his stuff up as a business from day one. He has a Patreon page as of right now. We'll talk about that. But this YouTube channel where he would do scene reviews, his videos all looked the same. They were nothing but plugs for his Patreon page. All he did, every single thing he made, the whole video was about getting you to Patreon to send him money. Send me money for this, to watch this scene. Download these scenes, send me money. Here's a short film you may have never heard of. I'm not going to tell you the name. If you want the name of the short film, come to Patreon and send me $10 for a name of a movie. Here's a recommended movie you may have never heard of. If you want to know the name for this recommended movie, come to Patreon and send me $15. So that's what this guy had running, and it looks like just a sad racket. Somehow, over the last year plus, this guy has built a Patreon fund up to like 75 people a month, somewhere around there, sending this guy money every month. Now, granted, and probably most people are $2 or $5. I would imagine very few people are sending him $10 or $15 to learn the name of movies. But if you're doing that at all, that is shame. That is ridiculous. I couldn't imagine sending this guy $10 or $15 to learn the name of a movie. one of the most absurd, I just found this out recently too, that he was doing this. One of the most absurd things I've ever heard of. It's just, that's incredible to even think that someone would pay $15 to learn the name of a movie. So that's what this guy's whole business was, selling scenes that he doesn't own. Piracy. This guy is a pirate. He's been a pirate since day one, and uploading scenes, I do it in the Kidnapper's Corner, copyrighted scenes under real fair use that actually, I have a purpose for doing them, and I own the Kidnapper's Corner. I am in the videos. I am reviewing the scenes personally. It's my show featuring and giving credit to those other copyrighted scenes. I do it properly in the video. I didn't used to, I do now. In the video description, I have all the credit for the copyrighted material. And I certainly don't take money to download the scene. Now, this is some of the news in the DID. There's been a lot of DID news here in the last 24 hours or so. I was made aware that this Reviews Guy's YouTube channel got canned. I went to his channel. Unlike the other ones, the reason that this guy's channel was canned, he since deleted the channel, so you can't see the reason. But YouTube terminated the account. It said for misleading metadata, spam, deceptive practices, which this could be code for a lot of things. One of the reasons this could be a code for YouTube themselves cannot issue copyright strikes. The copyright holder has to be responsible for that. So they can't just say, oh, we know this is from another movie, you get a copyright strike here. That's not how the copyright system works. So the copyright holders obviously aren't going to see his videos like that and issue takedown notices. So his account was terminated for deceptive practices, misleading metadata. Now, I would say probably because of the fact that all of his videos may have been about the same length. They had the exact same format, they looked the exact same, they had the exact same music in them. That constitutes spam. He's re-uploading virtually the same video over and over and over again. You could say deceptive practices, that all of his videos were designed to get someone to Patreon to send him money for stuff that he didn't own. That's a deceptive practice. How his Patreon has lasted this long as well, I don't know, because they obviously have rules against distributing copyrighted content too, and misrepresenting stuff. I mean, all he's doing is selling stuff he doesn't own the rights to. So I don't know. I would imagine his Patreon page is probably not going to exist for much longer, and it probably shouldn't. Well, not probably. It shouldn't. The fact that people are sending money to this guy for stuff he doesn't own for mainstream DID clips is terrible. For one reason, another piece of news I found out recently, and a lot of you don't even know this, but there's a member of this community named Rafish who had now a Google Drive loaded with thousands of high-quality DID scenes from real movies and TV shows that was updated regularly. I used a lot of high-quality footage for Kidnapper's Corners episodes starting in the second season, past episode 80. I've said that before. I don't actually credit him in any of the videos because he doesn't actually own that footage, and he knows that. So I mean, he even said he wouldn't ask me to do that. But I don't have any problem saying that's where I got it from. At the same time, this was all free. This was a public database that was awesome for this community to see these clips. I mean, is that technically piracy? I guess technically, but he wasn't selling any of it or trying to ask people for money for it. Now, I guess it got shut down too within the last 24 hours or so. Probably, I don't know, some idiot found it and reported it. I mean, I don't really know how Google Drives work, to be honest. I mean, that's a big loss for this community, though. If any of you knew about this drive and used it, I know he's going to set up shop somewhere else. So hopefully we can get that back. I mean, I'm going to need it for upcoming Kidnapper's Corner stuff. We have the next 5 episodes done and 5 recap episodes done, but for more recaps, that was the whole point of the recap really, was to get high quality footage for a lot of it. and for future scenes. One of the great things about the drive was, like, if I was running a certain themed week and I needed a certain scene to fill a remaining spot, like if I only had 3 or 4 scenes, I would go to the drive and just hunt around through these thousands of clips to try and find something obscure maybe that would fit. I found quite a handful of scenes actually from that drive that I had never seen before from obscure movies and whatnot, especially like the TV movies. But it was a great tool, and it was totally free. That's the thing. These people sending money to this reviews guy because he claimed he had a database. He was actually taking a lot of clips from Rafish's database, putting them into his, and then selling them for money. And it's selling the names of movies, and people are paying $2, $5. I mean, obviously, it pisses me off because I'm actually making something. I'm not just the live action, the digital work. All this time and energy I put into stuff. And Kidnapper's Corners have these scenes in them. There's this Google Drive with thousands of scenes for free, and people are sending $2, $5 to this reviews guy who's nothing more than a pirate. Who, and not only is he not only just a pirate, he's also a pornographer. He's not the mainstream DID reviews guy. He's a pornographer. Okay, he didn't link his website on his YouTube page, but he linked his Facebook page on his YouTube page. You go to his Facebook page, and he has an actual website. You can find it on his Facebook page. I don't know exactly what it's called, didreviews.com or something. I don't know, but you go on it. There's porn ads all over it. You click on anything, you get pop-up ads of big dicks all over the place. It's disgusting. It's an abomination to this community, all for a couple pennies, putting that on the mainstream DID scenes, this nasty porn shit, ads. This guy's a fraud from day one. He's not a mainstream DID reviews guy. Okay, look at his avatar photo that was in the picture I had on this. Big sloppy commercial fetisher photo. That was his avatar. Mainstream DID reviews with a big nasty commercial fetisher photo. Guy was a fraud from day one. And I saw that, and I never talked to him or tried to link up with him in any way like I did with Distressor, because Distressor actually had like some videos with himself talking. So I considered him to actually be a real member of the community, and he was doing like history lessons on different stuff, which was kind of cool. I mean, I've actually planned on doing something like that too now. I thought that was actually kind of innovative, and that's what his title, our titles were on the right side. It said DID Innovators. But this reviews guy was just he was a fraud from day one with that nasty avatar photo. Going to his website, seeing all the porn ads. He's just a pornographer and a pirate. That's all this guy did. He took money off people, and he's still taking money off people for stolen property. I mean, I know that for the most part, the people who fund me have not funded him. I do know that. So I don't know who's funding this guy. The people that are funding this guy, the thing is they're the people who weren't smart enough to know about the drive. That's the thing. If they would have known that Google Drive existed for free, they never would have sent this guy any money. And I thought about doing a video promoting that drive, but I didn't ask Ravish. It's not mine. And now, obviously, the thing got terminated suspended or something from somebody going there who wasn't supposed to be going there. Someone who didn't actually someone just wanted to fuck with us. So, I mean, that's why I didn't want to promote it really, but I should have, for the fact that it was such a great tool. And you didn't have to pay for it, which no one should have to pay somebody money for something that person doesn't own the rights to. I spend my good money making my live action work. I spend hours and hours and hours making my digital work. And I own it. It's mine. So, you fund somebody who actually makes something, that's one thing. You fund me or you fund Ray, people who actually create, that's different. But this pirate pornographer guy, who luckily YouTube busted him. Like I said, they busted him either because they saw he was doing nothing but promoting sales of stuff he didn't own, that he had all these links in his videos to video websites that weren't YouTube approved, so he's driving traffic off of YouTube. That's a deceptive practice. Like I said, just flooding with Patreon, reposting almost the same video over and over and over again. That's spam. His videos were pretty much spam. Spam, you know, like I said, trying to get money off people for stuff he didn't own, and those links like that. Also, I mean, YouTube has made it clear, a lot of people don't know this, that if your YouTube channel, if the whole point of it is to upload stuff that you don't own, that is also a spam and a deceptive practice. You know, if they allow people to upload music, videos they've made with music in it. I mean, you're allowed to upload clips of movies and whatnot. The copyright holders have their policies and content ID if they allow it and take money from ads. You're allowed to do that, but if the purpose of your whole channel is just to upload stuff you don't own, if that's your purpose, yeah, those channels really could all be deleted, and really they should all be deleted, you know, for deceptive practices and, you know, just general spam. You know, they probably should get tougher on that than they have, you know, with a lot of these scene uploaders. You know, there's no point in someone just uploading other people's content for free on there. That's not what YouTube's for. But, you know, they let people get away with some stuff, but I would imagine once you get hundreds of videos the way he had and continue to do it, that's when they start looking at it and say, what's this guy actually doing? Oh, he's trying to get money from people, he's re-uploading almost the same video over and over again, and he's trying to link people off of YouTube to download videos, and he doesn't own anything here. See ya. So that's what happened there. It's no loss to this community. The only loss to this community was that Google Drive being taken down. Well, like I said, somehow this guy is still taking money from people on Patreon. Patreon also needs to do a better job of seeing what people are selling. This guy has been pirating on there for over a year. So yeah, that's something that needs to be improved on. But yeah, don't send this guy money. Don't send this guy money. You're contributing to shit, and it's just not, you know, find your videos, you know, of mainstream scenes uploaded around, you know, for real fair use or real, you know, there's a lot, like I said, that drive was a free public resource. So, yeah. But there's some other DID news. I guess I'll throw this in here at the end of the video if you're still watching. Samantha and I were cast as extras yesterday in a feature film. Obviously, I didn't have the mask on. I'm not going to tell you who or where I am and anything. I have to wait for the movie to come out to see if I even made the cut. But, yeah, we were cast in that, and I met a girl who has played a DID in what was going to be a feature film and went straight to video, but it's from 2018, has Bruce Willis in it. You know, a real DID actress. I'm actually meeting with her later. Me and Samantha are meeting with her. So yeah, I was headhunting for talent while I was doing this. I met another girl who I don't know what happened, if the text didn't go through or what. But this one girl and her friend are interested in working with me and Samantha. I touched base with a guy I used to go to college with that I met there yesterday as well. I talked to him and his wife. I would like to get to work with us as well. So I made some contacts networking as an extra yesterday. And, you know, I'm going to have more jobs like this where I'll be around more talent, try and find more people. So yeah, we got a lot of things I'm working on here, and obviously Adventures in Babysitting is on its way, coming here real soon. So a lot of stuff went on though in the last 24, 48 hours in the DID world, if you will. A lot of shit, but yeah, things are moving forward. So I will talk to you guys soon, and have fun. Thanks.